Hello, this is Dor.
This is Amy.
We're in this really cool place out here in Netherlands.
Amsterdam's Watereiland.
Yeah, and we want to talk to you today about becoming an experimenter. So when you become an experimenter, you really shift your identity. You change your origin point. You change who you are. And we just talked about it with one of our clients, and it was an interesting conversation to kind of just like bring this context about what does it mean to change your identity. And when we talk about it to this client, we're telling him like, there you are, a guy, just a guy in modern culture. That's how you treat yourself. And you have your cool clothes, you have like whatever your identity that you're used to go with in the world, and that brings you certain amount of results. Like a certain results are you getting from that. And becoming an experimenter can change those results. It can give you other results because who you are is different. So the way the world is going to relate to you is different. Now here's some examples.
An example from an experiment I've done like not so long ago. It was about changing my clothes and using clothes that were not mine. And yeah, I noticed how my box was freaking out about it, because it's like, no, this is not me, and this clothes make me feel uncomfortable. And this whole experience made me realize that that's just me trying to get a grip on my default identity in a way. Another experiment I did was to say out loud what I want, as I was not really clear about what I want, and I'm like thinking about little things. And
Yeah, for example, another experiment that I did, it's like a little experiment. It's like not such a big experiment as changing your clothes, but instead of saying I would, I say I will.
mm-hmm.
Just like think about the little difference. Or instead of saying, can you bring me the salt? I will say, will you bring me the salt? And that's create a different result. There's just like experimenting with that. And saying, can you, or I would, is so much ingrained in my identity.
And it's about like you literally put this coat on of like an experimenter, and you go there, and it's kind of, you go in the lab and you make it dirty, and then you make explosions, and then you see like, wow, this thing came out. So it's really about letting yourself be creative, and even shifting identity is also a kind of an experiment to do this, to hold space for a menu in a park. It's like is something my box would never want me to do, and I shift identity, and I went there and use another identity to hold the space.
Yeah, so you remember those when you were young, like your friend dared you to do stuff, like I dare you to do this, and you had this kind of like inner commitment that like I'm gonna do this just because of my honor. But now you can do that not because of your honor, because of the result, the different result that it's creating. I mean, when I'm saying result, people are doing, I don't know, self-help, self-development, yoga, I don't know, like they're doing this stuff for years to try to get different results in your life. And turns out that something really simple that you can do is like shift your identity to be an experimenter. And you start doing all this experiment from this place of like, I'm committed to do things differently. Like I'm committed to be an experimenter. So yeah, it's like you become someone that like enjoys trying new things, doing things differently. Like I remember that I was in Vietnam and I had a call with Clinton, and he told me there is this soup there that they eat in the morning with meat. And he told me to try it, and I saw this soup. It's called what's it called? Pao?
Paho.
Yeah, pao, something like that. And it looks horrible. Like I saw that and I'm like, I would never eat it. That's what I told myself. Like Dor, my identity is Dor, the guy didn't like say I would never eat it. And then he told me you should. No, he didn't even tell me you need to try it. I was like, try it in this, see what happens, expand your box. and I was, and then I did, and I mean, it wasn't so tasty, but it's, it shifted something in that moment. Like I became someone else, and there could be some different kind of results coming to me when I'm. So it's really becoming more free. It's like the video that we just did about hooks. When you're becoming an experimenter, you're a bit more free about all these boxes, that you carry with you, all these, all the sentences that got stuck in your head that people told you about you. Like, I'm the kind of guy that does that, or I'm the kind of girl that would never do. Like, it's a chance to get free of all of that. And all you can need to do is to say, I'm an experimenter. Just experimenting with a bunch of stuff now. I'm experimenting with, give more examples.
More examples. You can experiment with like almost everything. Like I'm experimenting walking with this now, and
yeah, walking
not
barefoot.
Looking at how the hair is looking today. Walking barefoot.
Yeah, like talking every day, like talking to 3 new people that you never knew, and your box doesn't really want to talk to them. Like maybe it's like an old person that's in the market and you would never talk to this person for no reason. You just go do it as an experiment.
Yes, and this experiments then also give you like this elasticity in your box. It's like you became more playful, and like you also can let go of this identity, default identity that you think you are, because it's not the reality. By doing these experiments, you can feel that.
Yeah, it's like a chance to lower your numbness bar and connect more to your feelings. Like if I'm now afraid to do these experiments, or I'm afraid to go and shake someone's hands in a way that I never did before, then it's connect me to my fear now, and then it connect me to my anger, because my anger will help me to go and do it anyways. It's connect me to my joy about like, I actually love doing things the old way, or I love these new things that I'm experimenting with. Like I enjoy that.
And even with the soup, maybe you could have tried it and enjoyed it, and your box thought, no, this is not for me. It's like unless you experiment, you don't really get to experiment and feel like and question more. Like more questions come in your bodies.
Yeah, and it created such a cool moment with you. You remember we went to this like Vietnamese place that I would never go to. It smells a bit bad. They had like 2 huge pots of soup, and that was the whole restaurant.
Yes.
And we tried it. It was like it changed dimension. It shifted dimension for us, and I think this is what it's about. Hope you check out this experiment to become an experimenter.
And let us know about new experiments. Maybe you have exciting experiments to share with us.
Write here all the experiments that you did or you want to do. And thank you for watching. It's Dor and Amy.
See you
next time.